Meet the president of the Sons of Apathy Motorcycle Club, the 19th most dangerous MC in Los Santos, and known to the police as...
Who is he?
So to recap, my rules of engagement are public sessions only, no shark cards, and starting only with the money I've been given by Rockstar on Amazon. Parental advisory. The following contains footage of gratuitous incompetence that some viewers may find distressing. Viewer discretion is advised. Please like and subscribe now, before you see how badly this mission goes. So I've been running my palm tree farm for a little while now, and I've decided that horticulture just isn't for me. As nice as my trees smell, between stocking, restocking, restocking, and losing a third of every sale due to my own incompetence, this just seems like a really difficult way to make money, and the whole point of criminal work is that it's not supposed to be difficult. Some of the weed sale missions are just not possible solo as well. I mean, look at the vans they gave me. I am being overtaken. Why am I being overtaken? I didn't join GTA to be overtaken. I had to make 3 drops in these land barges in 15 minutes, and I had to get out each time like an Amazon Prime delivery driver. Even using the oppressor to get back to the farm, I was nowhere near making it. Now, if I look after my club, that makes around 100k per session, and all I have to do for that is take the odd pisshead, VIP, home, throw the occasional idiot out, and run an errand or two, which, I'm sure you'll appreciate, I run with my usual level of care and skill. Although, I must admit, patiently waiting and dropping this griefer was particularly satisfying. But the whole thing is just a lot easier, and there's a lot less grinding, which gives me more time to explore other, shall we say, opportunities. So I think I'll keep my trees, but only so they can keep topping up my warehouse, because for the warehouse missions, you only need a single vehicle, which you can also upgrade. So now, I think it's time to focus on culture. Now, we already own Los Santos' most exclusive and classy night spot, so I think it's time to move into the casino business. More specifically, the robbing casinos business. Yep, it's time for my first heist. Now, this actually starts from another business that I bought years ago but never set up, and I'm pretty sure, I promise, that this is the last one. So that business would be the arcade. So after a bit of a setup mission, we're ready to start planning the heist. And this is all so much easier with the oppressor. If you want to see a video on how to get that more cheaply, just click here, just, up there, up in the corner. It's not just the time savings you get by going in a straight line, it's a lot easier to avoid some of the more energetic areas of the map. So let's scope out the Diamond Casino Heist. And we are definitely doing this Italian job style, so Easy Classics it is. And for these, we're taking the low risk option of breaking into the police garage not once but twice. Now, I managed to sneak through the first time, but as the alarm was triggered as soon as I left, there was almost no point. You might as well just shoot everyone to begin with. Maybe if you turn right, you can get away without seeing them, but I'll have to try that another time. So after the cars, the next step is to scope the casino itself. Now for this, I just need to get the guard, the keypad, and the cameras. Then outside, I need to find the exits and any potential entry points. So I'm taking my time, because I want to make sure that we have plenty of options later on. Okay, so that's the casino done. Time for some weapons. And where better to get these than from a rival MC? And this is all going really well, until I realised that I hadn't noticed that this was a timed mission. So I'll run this again, and it's much easier, that is until I try and move this damn seaplane around. But while I'm doing this, I get randomly picked up by a level 800 player who must have been wondering what the hell I was trying to do. And then I ended up looking totally weird, as I couldn't remember how to do emotes. It's typical. The first time a girl, well, probably a girl, talks to me, and I stand there like Forrest Gump. Anyway, I have no idea what this is all about, but I've found my next big purchase because I've got to have one of those cars. And in case you're wondering, you enable emotes by choosing style from the interaction menu and then pressing R3 and L3 together. If you're mainly a campaign player, you might not be used to using the interaction menu because you hardly need it in the campaign, but it's essential when you're playing online. So moving on to the key cards, and these are easy missions. Smack the pisshead, steal his card. Smack the creep, steal his card. Done. And it's rinse and repeat for a couple of missions after that, picking up the laser cutter and the hacking device. I also chose to take most of the optional content. This is my first heist, and I want it to go well. The worst possible outcome here would be to do all of this planning and to walk away with hardly any money after embarrassing myself on the heist. That wouldn't happen, would it? Surely not. Now this leads me into my first tip. If you're building a team from public lobbies, be careful which prep missions you do and which approach you take. Because unless you're really lucky, someone on your team is just going to want to kill everyone anyway, so you might as well not bother doing any of the stealth prep. That said, aside from some high level griefing, these missions go pretty much as expected, i.e. not all that well and with more than my fair share of deaths, but we get there, so now we're ready to go. It's heist time. Finally, my master plan will be enacted by a saint, a mute, and me. What you're about to watch is a brutally cut down version of the 2.5 hours it took to complete this. And yes, you heard that right. The Diamond Casino Heist really did take 2.5 hours to complete, and that was on top of all of my planning work. So here we go. Having carefully read my brief about the stealthy and quiet approach we'd be taking, the mute proceeds to slot the first person he claps eyes on, and it all kicks off while we're still in the car park. We're not even inside yet, and we're already getting shot. This leads me into my second tip. Try to choose people with microphones in your team, and get them talking early. Heists that need a team just do not work if you're not on the same page, or like in our case, one of you isn't even reading the same book. So back to the heist. Mute Boy decides to take responsibility for every lock in the game, which is great, until it becomes apparent that Mute Boy does not really know how to do the locks.
One eternity later.
Right, we're in. I have no idea where we're going, and nobody's talking yet, so inevitably after far too many attempts, we actually get our first bit of money. I am a criminal genius. Right, onto the vault. Step up Mute Boy for the next lock. Well, we're in. Sort of, anyway, maybe. And what follows is an hour of torture as we inch through the mission, constantly getting killed. Eventually Mute Boy gives in and we end up down to 2, and that just makes things harder still. Finally, after some expert coaching from the Saint, we finally get there, and all of my hard work is rewarded when we get to the cars and he says, "Oh my god, what have you chosen?" Now this dude has done this mission before, so he makes a run straight for this tunnel and evades the 5-star wanted level with not much difficulty at all. So at the end, how do the figures look? Well, the potential take from this heist is 3.2 million. We took a rather embarrassing 600,000, and after paying my bills, my total take from this mission is 232,000. That's for a whole evening's worth of prep work, followed by a PTSD-inducing 2.5 hour mission and possibly a ruptured bladder. To quote Chief Brody,
"You're gonna need a bigger boat."
So next time, I'm going big, but I'm going alone. What can possibly go wrong? If you like this, please like and subscribe and dive into the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.